you would succeed in it is a discussion for another day. So probably she felt the level of damages that what she has been the level of damages she's felt based on his actions has resulted into what she qualifies as 100 million. But of course, it's anybody can put in anything. It's now for the court to decide, because you don't expect compliance at this level just from the basis of a letter. So now we have to start looking at, okay, what are allegations against him, and what are the chances of succeeding in proving these allegations before the court of law. So this is step
Sabino
one.
said she's afraid of her immigration status.
I guess so.
Now, I want us to talk
So,
about that. What if Robbie apologizes and says, okay, I'm sorry? What would that do?
okay, so two things. With apology, there could be a chance with there could be civil action or criminal action. So it could be either ways. Now, from the aspect of from the angle of civil action, probably an apology might be an easy way to, subpedal the whole thing. Then from the angle of a criminal action, and I'm being careful about this apology thing, because what basis are you apologizing on? Are you retracting your statements?
Statements.
Are you then saying what you said was not
Was it right?
true? Which also has a legal implication. If you're saying what you said was not true, was not the true state of things, that, because if you want to apologize, at least from the letter she has issued to him, she wants a clear retraction. So when you apologize and you are retracting those statements, you're also in a way implicating yourself with respect to defamation. Because a possible defense for defamation is the fact that all you said was true. If everything you had said as Robbie was true, then and you can see it to the latter that this is true. Yes, I made this statement, but they were true. They weren't false. Now, if you're coming to apologize and retract your statement, it then shows that you're willing to state that what you earlier said was not true, which shows you actually made it. So apology here, it's a very dicey thing, and it's very sensitive. It's a good path to take, but it has to be taken with the genuinity from both parties, the sincerity of hearts of both parties, in good faith, if I would say. So therefore, probably there's a discussion, a form of mediation outside, where somebody would intervene, and you come up clearly that, okay, I'm willing to apologize, but my apology should not be used against me. I'm apologizing in good faith, and this should not be used against me in courts afterwards. I think that would be a more tidier way to go about it, because there are implications for apologizing as well if the other party does not take the apology or is not satisfied, so to say.
Okay. Now, the court documents also said that he must retract and remove. So does that
Retract
mean he's
and
going to
remove.
come? Yeah, I have it here. Does that mean he's going to come to Honest Bunch and tell us to bring it down legally? What does that imply?
Okay.
If he apologizes, that is, if he follows the path of apology.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that he could appeal. He's expected to make efforts towards getting those information offline, and part of the effort would be meeting with the show, the Honest Bunch podcast, and requesting that they remove it from
And
their
if we don't
page.
agree to remove it,
Yeah, that's another issue. In fact, another issue is implications with the organizers of the show too. Although, but that is just
But they can't be
what will I?
joined as a party because they are not. I don't think they can be joined as a party for this situation.
oh
Well,
Or
yeah,
can they?
academic debates, can they be joined as a party
it's
cited?
it all depends because as a host of a show, there are certain, what will I call it? There are certain standards that are expected of you.
Like to
Let's say
investigate before
duty
posting?
of care
Mm-hmm.
that is expected. So with respect to cautioning certain, it's just like being in a group chat where certain informations are being disseminated and you're the admin of the group chats. There are certain standards expect. Of course, you do not have absolute control over what somebody would say. You have your defenses.
Mm-hmm.
However, there are certain level of duty of care that should come from you, and you should be able to show that you have taken measures to put these things in place, and it just went out of your control. Or yes, you should be able to show, okay, I had, before you come on this show, you would definitely sign an agreement that you're not going to be making highly offensive statements, you know, certain things like that, maybe yeah, just to show that you did your own part in respect to the duty of care expected. So I don't see any serious allegation against the organizers, but if there should be, their reasonable defenses, and that would definitely come under the Cybercrime Prohibition, Prevention and Protection Act. So there are defenses for that. As far as you are not, you can also show that you are not part of, or you do not approve of that defamatory statement. You do not approve of it, you know. So, and how do you prove that? By showing that you did your own duty of care,
Due
the little duty of care.
diligence.
Yeah, due
Mm-hmm.
diligence and all. That's it.
But are they obligated to verify stories before bringing them on their show? Do they have
You
that
cannot, that
obligation?
is why that's why I said it's minimal, because you cannot verify everything in totality. But you could inform your speakers or your guests, okay, you're going to make sure whatever you're saying is true. Don't make any offensive statements. Daddy Freeze does that on his shows, on his live.
Mm-hmm.
It's not any different because you're the
Mm-hmm.
host. And if anything should come up, there is somebody that will be held liable, or not
Yeah.
liable, like responsible for
Responsible
what
for
is
that.
happening. So you could say there was no intent to harm, and you guys were neutral. You're a neutral third party, and there was no intent. You were not part. There was no intention to promote a defamatory statement, and you can prove that. So,
Okay, now
mm,
we are hypothetically assuming
mm-hmm,
that Robbie wants to apologize.
okay,
Now,
okay.
in a scenario where Robbie does
Mm.
not want to
So,
apologize,
mm,
what is the legal way forward?
legal way forward. Okay, sorry.
No, go ahead. I mean,
Okay.
it's the same thing. You give your demand. After demand notice, you give, I think it's 30 days in Nigeria. They give the 30 days, you don't take it down. They can proceed to file an action and
Yeah.
it kickstarts the entire legal process. But go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. So if I want to, drill down what she had said. So they could decide to commence an action. Maybe it's a civil
Mm-hmm.
action or a criminal action. And in commencing it, if we want to commence an action, we already know that, okay, it will be one, defamation. And to prove,
On
you have to be
libel,
able to prove
slander.
it. Sorry?
I
Yeah.
said libel, slander, and the rest.
Yes. So with defamation, you have to prove that a statement was made. and the statement referred to her, and it was published, for third party. And of course, it had an impact on her reputation. So all these things there's some kind of prima facie evidence to show for what is required to establish defamation, as the case is
Information.
now. Yes. So she'll proceed with that. That is on one leg. And of course, Robbie would have the opportunity to respond to the action against him. And there are defenses he could also raise.
Okay. Mary, do you have anything to say?
No, she said it all. You have to prove the elements of the thoughts that you are alleging that has
Yes.
occurred, which is that a statement was made or it was published. Third parties had access to it. It damaged her reputation. Basically, that's it. Those are like the elements of the offense of. I mean, it's not an offense, but sometimes it can amount to an offense. It can go
Yeah.
criminal, but it's more of a thought action. So yeah.
Now,
Because I mean,
I got this letter from, on the blogs, by the way, from a lawyer called Bolanle Cole. Dear Robbie, I write in response to the recent suit instituted against you in the sum of 100 million naira arising from circumstances surrounding a marriage that by law still subsists. We will also be writing to the U.S. Embassy regarding allegations of a fraudulent marriage entered into for the purpose of securing immigration benefits. I have taken keen interest in this matter and will be representing you on a pro bono basis. This matter will be approached with professionalism, diligence, a commitment to justice. What do you think about that?
So the person is representing Mayowa, or who is person representing? Because I don't really
The person is
understand.
willing to, should I read it to you again? Pay attention this time.
please do.
From, maybe I should lock the comments, because comments are very distracting and they don't have anything sensible that they are saying. From lawyer Bolanle Cole. Dear Robbie, I write in response to the recent suit instituted against you in the sum of 100 million arising from circumstances surrounding a marriage that by law still subsists. We will also be writing to the U.S. Embassy regarding allegations of a fraudulent marriage entered into for the purpose of securing immigration benefits. I have taken a keen interest in this matter and will be representing you on a pro bono basis. The matter will be approached with professionalism, diligence, and a firm commitment to justice. What is your take on that?
Okay, let me quickly say something that my colleague would add to it. Very interesting. Very interesting. And this raises a very gray area that people often ignore. Now, we will recall that they married traditionally. That is customary marriage, which is legally recognized in Nigeria. And I think, or I want to believe that where this person, of course, we know that this is a lawyer that wants to give a pro bono service. Kudos to them. That's good, just to help. But now I'm going into the main context of the legal implication. So, this traditional marriage, most often than not, what they could just show as proof is the payment of the bride price, and probably there is really no documentation for that, but showing proof of payment of bride price and pictures and everything that shows that you were legally married, it shows that you're legally married under customary law in Nigeria. Now, there is something that probably was not attended to prior to her relocating to the US to proceed with another marriage. Is there proof to show that that traditional marriage between Mayowa and Robbie was dissolved properly the traditional way before she left. And I think that is the angle from which this lawyer is saying a marriage that still subsists. If he's referring to the marriage between Mayowa and Robbie.
And Robbie. Hmm.
So if that marriage still subsists and the bride price has not been returned and there is no proof to show that it was dissolved prior to her embarking on another legally recognized union in another jurisdiction, it does have legal implications, especially with another country, because you should, when you're coming in, you definitely, when you're filing for your visa, you filled your document, you showed, you probably stated that you were single, but there's something that still subsists, even though we take for granted traditional marriage and customary marriage, but it's still a legal union between parties. I believe that's the angle he's coming from. I don't know if um, Mary wants to say something. Mary.
I agree because now with traditional weddings and marriages, you can actually get a certificate from your local government. So it's actually a recognized wedding or marriage in Nigeria. Although
Yeah.
marriage under the act takes precedence
Right.
if there is a conflict, so to speak, right?
Yes.
But it's recognized if you get married to someone traditionally, it's recognized. You can get a certificate from the local government. And if she goes ahead while the marriage still subsists, maybe bride price was not returned and all of
Mm-hmm.
that, that amounts to me, I want to believe it amounts to bigamy, right? Or so, unless that does not apply,
It could be
unless
traced to a lot of things, because with the forms she
exactly,
filled, there will be false representation there as well.
exactly.
And I
So,
want to say, you did mention, you brought up something stating that you could get a letter from your local government stating that you've been married. From,
yes,
if you look at how long, and I want to believe this, like probably some sort of a recent development, because it's been years back. I think they married 7 years back, and almost a decade ago, if I'm not mistaken. I stand to be corrected. And I don't know if that was being done then or if they even did that. But at least prior to a form of documentation coming in with customary marriage, the
mhm,
bride price being paid has been the standard to show proof of a union.
of
Whether that
union.
bride price had been returned is what is debatable, and I feel
Mm-hmm,
is the, will I say, loophole that this lawyer is seeing and want to, like, okay, build on.
mm-hmm. I
That's
mean, even if there's no, even if as long as there's picture evidence, because I know there's something under the law that says, oh, picture evidence of people who attended the wedding or the exchange of bride price, all of that amounts to evidence that they were actually legally married, right?
Of course. And
And mhm,
what will now be the evidence that it was dissolved? It's
if the
still
bride price
possible.
was returned.
Yeah, exactly. And technically proving that everything boils to what you would prove before the court of law and evidence you
Mm-hmm.
can show.
Oh, we have a gentleman here who does not have internet and wants to join. This thing stresses me, guys. Don't be doing this thing to me. If your internet is not good, don't be joining. Has
So
he joined?
Nope.
I think his internet is a bit unstable.
I don't think
Cynthia
I
is
watched
calling me.
any of your live talking about.
Cynthia. Oh God. Please, if your network is not good, don't be sending me requests. It stresses me. Stresses me. It stresses me, guys. You know I love you guys, but don't be stressing me. I'm tired today. Today is not one of those days. Did Cynthia dial me in? As in, my whole line is full. Cynthia, what's up now? I'm live. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Just send me request. Cynthia. Where is she? Okay. Cynthia, you're holding our flow. Answer me. Oh yeah. You want to come live and you not send me request. Send me request. I'm just bringing you on because the other people that were supposed to join are not here. I'm just stressed. I had a very stressful day, so
Hello?
Mary, I've followed you so you can
Oh, okay. Let me
respond,
follow you
so
on
we
my
can
other phone.
communicate
Connect.
moving forward.
I'm telling you.
you guys
with
can
dual
show yourselves
with
love.
dual license drama.
Yeah, this is the most
It's a
physically
lot.
challenging period of my
Oh,
life.
and mentally too. It's a lot.
Mentally, it's only with a full-time job. I thought
It's
NCA was even tough.
you
This
can
is.
you can imagine.
You
Even me, I'm doing this whole thing with also a baby too.
okay? Yeah. Okay.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's actually a lot. A lot.
Well, we are at the verge of completion, so
We might as
God
well
will
just
see
round
us
it off.
through.
Amen. No?
Oh well, this is actually an interesting one, and it would expose a lot of things. Every issue that comes up based on
Mm-hmm.
things like this, people will learn a lot from it, and that's what matters. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what can you take out of the whole back and forth? Because hopefully it gets resolved between both parties.
There's nothing to resolve. She's married. She's moved on.
When I say resolved, I don't mean like coming back together as a couple. Like,
Okay.
there could be mediation, between both parties, and at
I
the end
think it's
of
going
the
to
day,
fizzle out. We're still fresh, right? I think it's going to
yeah,
fizzle out like every other social
certainly,
media drama.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Because at the end of the day, there are lots of cost implication when it comes to pursuing
Mm-hmm.
legal allegations here and there, you know.
Hmm.
So
Cynthia, are you here? See, Cynthia, we want join. We know they here. Ah, Cynthia. Cynthia, oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Accept. Because once I bring Oju like this, everybody go just scatter.
What's the juice steak? Everybody's bashing the girl, but it is well, no.
You send me a voice note supporting the girl. Let's even hear it.
I wasn't supporting her, DF. I I wasn't. Mm?
Good evening, Daddy Freeze. Let me talk before Cynthia comes, but I want to ask these beautiful young ladies. You guys just inspired me. You make me want to go to law school, but it's too late in the game. You guys can do it for me,
Never
please.
too late.
You're right, man. God bless both of you. Doing it with kids too is not easy. I'm abroad allegedly. I don't want them to sue me, please. So I want to ask some questions first before I proceed. Can I, counsel?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Council, go ahead.
So,
Thank you. So me being abroad and she's abroad as well, if I say some things that I read online, can I be
mm,
sued without saying the word allegedly? Yes or
Uh,
no?
depends on how you're
not
reporting it. Are you
necessarily.
reporting
It
it as
depends
a
on how you
fact?
put it. Like you're saying
Mm-hmm.
allegedly, you're saying this is something, you're putting some caveat, like allegedly, this is what you read online.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your own personal
Sometimes, sorry,
information.
lawyers, I just
Yeah.
want to, sometimes saying something as, according to Robbie,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
that alone sometimes
It excludes you.
excludes you.
Or
Okay.
according to a social media platform.
Or according to a
If
more
you don't
social
want to
media. But like me
specify,
that interviewed Robbie, I was
Mhm.
part of the team that interviewed Robbie.
Yeah.
I was in the studio with him.
mm,
So me coming online to say, Robbie said, if I say Mayowa is not a good person, then that's me making a
Mm-hmm.
statement. But if I say Robbie said Mayowa is not a good person, that is me reporting Robbie. So if they say, I'm just assuming. So if they say, you said Robbie said, and I bring the video where Robbie said Mayowa is not a good person, does that not exempt me?
I want to believe
it
it's
does.
exculpates you. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. Of course, you are not the author of the statement now.
Okay. Okay. I can proceed now. Thank you for that clarification. So
Don't
Everybody,
don't get me
according
wrong.
to
Stay here. What's
okay,
your take?
I'm
Mm?
saying it now. According to what I read on the blogs, the traditional marriage was returned. As in, when the bride price rather, sorry, was returned, both families agreed that this is no more.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
So
So,
let's hold
like,
that one, put it here. Let's just hold
okay.
that one, put it there, right? Now, if you saw the text messages Auntie released today, if you read them word for word,
I
Uncle
read
was
it. I read it
abusive.
all.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
thank you. So let's hold that one too.
I've
Put it
not
up
read
here.
them, but it's okay.
Can we read some of the text messages? Uju, you are very good
Daddy
at this
Freeze,
kind of
go ahead,
research.
sir. Go ahead. Go
No, I need
ahead.
you to do it.
Oh,
Hmm.
goddamn. I don't have my other phone. Daddy Freeze,
Get
please
your
now. You know
other
you have your other
phone.
gadgets.
Like, get your other phone.
Oh, my God. Daddy Freeze, please now. You're there
No.
now.
Marco Bamio.
Marco
Don't go
Bami,
by
Demo one
anybody. Oh.
Nigeria.
Daddy Freeze, I'm in America. It's direct. She's in Dallas.
Ìyẹn
I'll
ló wà
be in
important.
Texas.
Ṣèbẹ́nu yín máa ń jó ni. Una
No,
They
mama.
don't
nah.
sue you.
Allegedly. Hello. Allegedly. Again, another allegedly from a blog. Oh, this lady
Hmm.
used to send Robbie money. Oh,
Mhm.
Robbie
I've not
said
even
on
read
on
these
on the
messages.
podcast that he never sent. She never sent him
You know
anything.
what's funny, Ogun? I
Yes,
have
ma.
not read this thing that was going around with the blogs today.
Okay.
Around 2 a.m. this morning, Canadian time, I
Mm-hmm.
sent Daddy Freeze a voice note because he had asked him about legal implication of the suit.
Mm.
So I sent him a voice note and I said, from that honest, I responded to his legal inquiry, but I also let him know that, look, this is my take. From everything that was said on that podcast, it was so easy to jump in and be emotional. However, his story had too many gaps,
Thank you.
way too many gaps for me.
Mm.
You talk about how, and you know what's funny? In as much as his story had gaps, it also made me see what her complaints were. She complained that, he indirectly complained that you were not being pushy. He talked about, oh, she wanted a bigger house, she wanted this, she wanted that. How about she wanted somebody who could push beyond the limits? And she was also willing to push because see, she went to America, she's already gotten a house, she's gotten this, gotten her papers. That's someone who is a hustler, who is very good at chasing down her goals and getting it. That's how I see it. He talked about the benching aspect of things. You guys were not this. You guys were actually married. If she says, "Babe, I want to believe that benching is part of marriage. It's part of the things that make marriage." If your partner tells you, "I want it to be this way," I want you have to love me in my own love language. So if you love me and I tell you this is how I want you to love me, you can take that into consideration. It should be something you should consider. Love is considerate and not look at it. I beg, one round is enough, 2 rounds is enough. I beg, don't disturb me. I cannot kill myself. You can't talk like that. You have to be sensitive to what your partner needs, whether it's benching wise, emotional wise, financial wise.
I agree.
Secondly, there's something that he said that made me feel like we're not dealing with a man who is a pushy person, who is like, I want to get these goals, I want to get it out of the way. That's not who we're dealing with here. Said something about him being excited about small things like office parties. My office, they do potluck every time, parties. I can't imagine myself investing my time in that. I'm sorry. I will come back home first and carry my book first and read. When I finish reading this book, work, do whatever I need to do before I give. If I'm going to give office party time, it's going to be maybe Christmas party once or maybe summer party once, but I won't be there. Oh, he said something about, oh, I just want to get my this. If I just get my sneakers here and get this and I'm okay. What if she doesn't want basic? I personally, I don't like basic. I want to be comfortable. I want to live a comfortable life. If I'm traveling, I want to fly my business class. I want to drive my Mercedes. I want to live in my nice house. And I get the goals. I don't just say I want it. It's something I can give to myself. So if I can give that to myself, I want my partner to pair up. I want my partner to be able to push. And she has shown that I am
Yes,
able to
ma'am.
do this by traveling and doing her thing. Maybe he was not pushing. How about you take constructive feedback and you guys work towards it? And she was like, you know what? You're going to burn my cable. You're going to dim my light. I don't want to have to drag you and drag myself. It's going to be extra load for me. Cut loose. That's probably what she did. And you're
Come on,
coming out to
Ajo.
cry, oh,
Come on,
yeah,
Ajo.
exactly. Even down to a job. Something about, oh, my uncle gave me $2,000. My friend was even saying, why didn't you just at least for come on, at least 100 for me? It's $2,000. Would you? I'm sorry, $2,000 is garbage money in this country. I'm not even in the US. I'm in Canada. Canadian dollars is lower slightly. two
Yeah,
thousand
but it's
dollars
a
is that?
lot to him in Naira.
It's a
That's
lot to
three
him in
million naira.
Naira. Yes,
And
but the mindset, but DF, the mindset, if you collect $100, because it's nauseating to me to think about it. If
I
you collect
think,
$100, if you collect $1,000, like I heard that thing when he said it on the podcast, I cringed. I was like, what the hell? Like, so you're even having this kind of friends that can tell you collect $100, collect what is those are basic things.
No, you
What I
can't
don't
say that. You
agree,
see, no, 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 no.
I think
DF,
I'm going to disagree with you there.
I think I
I
can.
For
personally
Mike Adenuga, owning a private jet is basic. For you, it is
Yeah.
not. It is
exactly.
I think
unfair. There
yeah.
are people in America that cannot save up $1,000 in a month.
I agree
In
with
that
you, and
America.
that is what we don't
So
what we
no,
don't
no.
facts,
So
realize
facts,
is
the way you
facts.
are putting it, the way you are
You're
putting
right,
it,
Daddy Free.
DJ Bigen, I'm bringing you up next. DJ Bigen, I
Uh,
need you on this live. You can't put it
DF.
like that. You are
What I feel
undermining.
like is that she didn't want to have to, she didn't want those things anymore.
and
She wanted
Mary,
to
if
chase
I'm to
her
come
goal
in
and get it.
here, Mary, if I'm to come in here, that Freeze has actually said part of what I wanted to say. Like, what is basic and what is luxury is relative and will forever remain relative. Now,
Exactly.
you are stating the kind of life this lady wants. Everybody has different kind of life they want to live. You're stating what she wants, what she desires. But how about you
You're
going?
adjusting to it.
No, no. How
No.
about you
No,
as a
no.
lady
How about
going for
us?
who
Sorry,
would give you that lifestyle?
sorry.
How
How
about
Well,
you
about
that's what
as
she
a
us
did.
lady?
That's
also?
what she
What I don't
did.
agree
That's
with
what she
her
No,
is
no.
did.
No,
Hold
her
no,
on.
no,
I'm
no,
getting
gonna bring
no.
the
benefits from
guys.
him and he
The
did not
one
like
with
her.
Please, I
Robbie.
Let me
want you to
drop.
go
Let
so
me
I
drop,
can
Daddy
bring
Freeze.
DJ
Bring.
Big N. I want a
I got you.
guy
I
in
got you.
this.
No
Before
problem.
you go though, before you go though,
She
It
has
is
gone
not
already.
okay. It is not
Yeah.
okay to turn greed into a need.
What I don't like too is
Daddy
that she
Freeze,
was
Hold
greed is
on.
collecting.
It's like
relative.
me
Yes, she
saying,
collecting and
Greed
she
I
did
is
not like
own,
the guy.
hold
It
relative.
on,
was
hold on.
totally
I
wrong.
own two pure gold Rolexes. I own a pure gold and diamond Chopard. I know DJ Big Girl probably has watches too and done. And if I make a statement like, how can you not own a gold watch? That's like you are poor.
No, no, no. That is freeze.
No.
No, but
Rolex
that
is Rolex to me
No,
is
but
I see Rolex
$1,000
as
is a lot of money.
it's a
DJ Big
lot of
Girl.
money. DF, you're not getting me.
No,
It's a lot
the
of
way you said
money.
it is like running the guy down.
yeah,
No, no,
you
DF,
no,
no. I'm
seriously,
not
the
trying
way
to run him
the
down.
way it was portrayed, it's like $100, but it's relative. And what I was the point I was trying to make here is this, please, if I can just make this point. Now, how
Okay.
about she who knows what she wants?
She should have gone for it.
How about going for somebody that fits into what you want from the day one? This is somebody you actually dated for a short while, at least for
Did
a
they
short
date for
while.
a short while? They were
They said
married.
5 months. Yeah, they dated for a short while, I think 5 months before they got married. Now, is it okay to desire the moon and the skies? Of course, it's okay to desire any luxury you want. But if you want to, why not go for the partner? Not like, okay, this partner does not have everything, but let me just go with him for now, and later on I will just cut off when I'm ready to cut off, when I've
I
seen
think
what I
for
want.
her, I think for her,
Wait
for me,
now,
oh,
wait,
I
I'm
think
just
what
trying to
she
say,
did
how
was
about we having this mindset that, okay, what kind of life do I want to live? What kind of partner do I want? Of course, you can't have everything. What are my non-negotiable? Because you happen to like, and not just you, she has been presented a lot of instances as somebody that knows what she wants and goes for what she wants. Now, you're somebody, some people even say alpha, female, or whatever it is.
mm,
You know what you want. When selecting somebody to be your partner, you would see some character traits. Does these character traits align with somebody you want to do long term with? This
mm,
is your own duty, this is your responsibility as an adult
I
selecting a
Yeah,
think,
partner.
DJ Big Girl.
I
We
think
dey wait
So
for
for
not
you.
her,
just saying, okay, I went in and he doesn't really have what I want, cut him off, go to the next one. He doesn't really. Why not take the time to do the due diligence, see if there are prospects before going in, rather than going in, determining that, then cutting the person off whenever you feel like you found
I think with
my
marriage,
own
you can
my
never
own perspective.
100%, you can
You
never
can never
100%
100%, and
know
I'm not saying
before
to
you go
extreme.
in.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying you would look at the prospects. You can never 100%. I agree with you. You can't know somebody's character
But what
100%.
if, but what if, okay, for example, now you get married to
Let's
somebody,
not do what
you
if. Oh,
feel
let's face one
no,
issue.
no, no, no. I'm being honest. You get married to somebody when you guys are dating, you're like, look, we're going to build this dream together, we're going to do this together. And then you guys go in, you realize that it's always you trying to be pushy and the other person is not pushy. It's going
And
to feel
if
like you're being set back,
And
right?
if you're
But
doing that, in the circumstance of this case, so we don't digress to a lot of what ifs, in the
mm,
circumstance of this case, after the marriage, they dated for a short while. I agree with you. It's possible that you saw some good signs and you got married.
yeah, I
In
can
the
push with this
circumstance of
person.
this
Mhm.
case, prior to your moving out, you saw things that did not align with what you expected of this person. You saw things prior to then. So if you notice, from what I can gather, they've been having serious issue prior to her travel.
And she
Now,
also wanted to leave the marriage even before she even traveled, from what I see from
she wanted to,
some of the
sorry,
she wanted to
sorry.
leave the marriage before going
So
to America.
that is where I come in. Why not just address the issue at the earliest time when you have the opportunity to? Why not just face what I can see is nobody wants to be seen as the bad person here. But why not address it while before you travel? Why do you have to already have traveled? Then you now found maybe all these
Somebody
things,
else.
and I
I
want to
think for
into this
me, what I
caveat.
did not like,
This is still speculative because we don't really know the full picture. But everything I'm saying is just from the bits and pieces I know. So no, I don't know the full picture. But for whatever it is, you found
like
out
I
that this
told
person was
DF,
not what you want. Then why
you
not
cut it
fairly?
off.
Sorry.
For me, if she, I think for me, because I told DF in my VN to my voice note to
Mm.
him, I said, what I fault her 100% for is the greed. If you don't like somebody, don't take their money. If he's sending you 200K, tell them I don't, I'm moving on from this marriage. I've let you know and I cannot proceed.
Stating it
You let it
clearly
go. You
once
cut
you
it.
have
You state it
realized that
clearly.
you can't
Mhm.
proceed. State things clearly.
State
Of
it
course, the
clearly.
other
Don't be
person
collecting $1
and
here,
let's
five
not get
dollar
it
here.
wrong.
Move on.
Yeah, there are instances you might make your point no, and the other person will be saying no, it's two of us together forever. You're not leaving me.
Mm-hmm.
But you would have made your point known and you say, okay, this is the reason why. These are the issues I have been raising from time to time to time. Of course, marriages break up for different reasons. So it's the manner or the pattern which that breakup occurred that is really an issue with most people. And the truth is that we still do not know the full picture. Whether she actually did this thing that we are talking about, whether she actually made it known to him
When
via
I
a
listened
phone
to
call,
his
we
the
still do not
podcast,
know.
I
We
just shook my
still
head.
do
I just
not
said,
know
nah, this doesn't, nothing
because
here
we've not
sits
heard from
well.
the other side.
True.
So
Let the
everything we
man
are
speak.
saying.
Let's
Mm.
DJ Big N speak, please. Let's hear from
All right,
him. He's
DJ
been
Okay.
Big
up.
N in the building with us.
No, I wasn't going to come on this live because
Why?
you know my own stance on emotion, right? My darling sister on the right, the one without the scarf, you're one of the reasons why I got on this podcast. Yeah, I want to ask you one question: Were you born in Canada or you relocated to Canada?
Oh yeah,
I
oh
was
yeah,
born
oh
in
yeah,
Nigeria. I
oh yeah,
just
oh yeah,
relocated to
oh yeah,
Canada.
oh yeah.
So
So
please tell me at what point in time you feel like $2,000 is small money or is nauseating. Even today,
Compared to the standard of living, it's not a lot of. I don't think my problem was with the $2,000. I think my problem was with the mindset. Oh, guy, if I'll just collect like $100, I just that thing just cringed me. I was like, what are you people saying here? Collect like 100, like what? It didn't make any sense to me. I didn't. It was a little bit nauseating to me for him to say just move $100, for just move 20. Like
and
I was just like, why?
and for me that is the problem, right? So we're in an era where we don't want traditional men. We want liberal men, right? A traditional
Mm-hmm.
man will say, "What are you going there for? We suffer here together." This has nothing to do with their case. I'm
Yeah.
talking. I'm replying a statement that you made that made me wear my shirt because I don't already day bed they sleep.
Please
I say,
don't wear
ah
shirt
no,
for me, I beg
I
you.
must attack this. So a liberal man, a 2000, a Y2K or 2020 compliant man will say, oh, why not? Let the wife go. Let's see greener pastures, jackpot or whatnot. Let me still hustle here. Fortunately and unfortunately, I know Robbie. Robbie, Robbie MC'd my twin sister's wedding. Robbie MC'd my other in-law's wedding. So I know him. Now, it is not to say that I'm here to defend Robbie. That would be a very stupid thing for me to do because I don't have a complete understanding of the case. So it's one thing for Robbie to come on a podcast and feel like that, and me get a little emotional and say, because I know Robbie. And there's
Mm-hmm.
another thing of from her own point as well, because there's no way she would present her own case that another person that is close to her would not feel that as
Will
well.
not feel it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now you have to understand that in marriage nobody wins. There's no winning in family feud.
Of course.
Where they can bring as much evidences as each person wants to bring.
Mm-hmm.
It is never going to be. You as the audience cannot weigh. Oh, this person did more than this. Whether or not the person brought $100, it is not easy. You see, you can criticize a deadbeat partner, but any man that tries to bring out money, even if it is $50, even if it is $100, even if it's $200, to say, oh, let me send as a quota to contribution
God bless
Mm.
you.
to a family, no woman deserves to admonish that character. I'm not saying about other things though. You're not supposed to. That should not even come up in a conversation. Oh, how much is he bring? He did this. Any man that tries, because you don't know tomorrow. It's a classic case of I've seen it happen times without times over again. A man tries. You don't know. Nigeria is a place where you can hammer tomorrow. Maybe you meet one person. Oh,
And they
this person will
connect
come
you.
and your thing changes. How much? Then he will now say how much is $2,000. So I don't want us to be caught up in he did not try. He did not try. Now moving on to because I just saw the screenshots. When a man is in love, he's in love. Yes, you cannot throw away the baby and the bathwater. Things
Mm-hmm.
happen. Just the same way he has said his own things that has happened. I'm sure things also happen in the same ramification or the same magnitude of what he's said on the podcast that Mayowa can come and say. But ultimately, the thing about life is that when a woman is truly fed up, you see that song, when a woman's fed up, it is very, very
Yeah,
hard.
nothing you can do
It's
about
No,
very,
she,
it.
very
she she
hard.
talked about flirting. She talked about a whole bunch of things, and he did not mention any of that. Talked about Ajo
See, see,
Everybody will say
contribution.
their own side now.
that's what I'm saying. You see, Robin, a fine boy, yeah. Even when he was far back as 2015 when I've known him, even when he was emceeing weddings and stuff, there's a natural clinginess that female attraction that female have for him. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying he's right. Yeah, but I'm just saying that you don't feel they cry. Say you be like say you lift up on because they cry. Say who go mop the water. I don't think that happened overnight. Do you understand what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I don't think that happened overnight. You see, in
Marriage was
marriage,
breaking down
yeah, in
consistently.
marriage, what you do not curb, you enable.
I
Hmm.
agree.
Once you do not
Oralesmo, yeah.
curb,
Facts.
Are
you
Facts.
you
enable.
married?
I am. What you
It's
do
just
not curb,
why.
you enable. Do you understand? Because at the end of the day, you do not know, you leave water on running and you say, oh, okay, this person. And another thing is that once you sweep things under the floor, that carpet, one day it will all come running back. This man is in Lagos, 6,000 miles away from Canada. She's there. Nobody. It's a very cold place. It depends on the city you are in, right?
Mm-hmm.
A very cold place. You cannot come to Canada. Maybe for some reasons that maybe you don't have visa, right? Or maybe you don't want to come because that's another issue. I heard that maybe he just didn't want to come, right?
And that's another thing. But was he not able to get a visa to visit? Like there are just so many things because it looks like she's
Uh-huh.
been away
So,
for a while.
so
Do you know how hard it is
it
to get
just
Yankee
you cannot
visa?
leave woman. You
He
cannot leave
said,
woman. You
according
cannot
to
leave.
him on the live that day, he said he tried and he never got the visa. He tried more
Ah.
than once.
Okay, so now that is where, as a man, I say to myself in this marriage, oh yeah, come back to Lagos.
I also said that. I agree with
Come
that.
back to Lagos.
That long
Do you
distance
understand?
is
Yeah, but something has commenced already. There's a process ongoing. So to
My dear, the
abrupt
man
it.
is the head of the house. So
No,
okay.
I'm just trying to say he
So
the
probably
if
was
African
if I
man
say
is
to
confused
you, if I say
debated.
to you,
Please
and
if
with
I
come
the
say
out.
to you,
abrupt
stay there.
situation.
If I say to you, stay there. If I say to you, stay there now, and this happens, maybe if I say come back, this might not have happened.
I agree.
What I'm
Because
saying is,
the
in
decision that you made
practical
to go to
sense,
Canada, the decision you made to go to Canada was you came to meet me and say you want to go to Canada. If it's not working out or it's not, so I should leave you there and get denied, and I'm not seeing you. We're not going to have babies. We're not going to have what is the point? I might as well lose you to the game.
I
what I'm
think
saying
that
is both
people,
of them agreed to it. They invested in it. So the process of their investment is ongoing. There are a lot of things that were ongoing. So it's not as easy as we are saying it now. Like
Then
this is something that they had a process ongoing. And take note, emotions are also involved. So it's not going to be easy for him to just retract. He could be looking at all the costs that has gone in and
let me
everything.
tell you something.
Hmm.
Also, I'm not really happy when people bring back stuff. You see, with women, I feel like you guys forgive sometimes and you don't forget. So you forgive in the interim just because there's something in your head that tells you, okay, he's a great guy, he's
nothing
gonna
is going to
change,
work.
blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah. Then one day the worst happens and you now throw everything back. Because I'm looking at those messages from 2021 or wherever or long time ago. Oh, You did this with one girl, you flirted with one girl, you did this. You decide to go forward with it. If that was so much of a big issue, you should have ended the relationship there and then. If that's your breaking point. So I don't like weaponizing things that you have for quote and unquote moved from or forgiven me for. Now let's move to the sex part. Sex is a very, very what
Just
people
say
Bench,
don't
bench,
understand.
bench.
bench, bench,
See,
bench.
Bench.
okay, bench, that's bench. Okay, love this. Bench. You said I went to bench.
Mm.
Okay, that's for
Just to
the
code them because of it's
okay, bench.
our
Okay, bench. Ah, don't think I hear that word, bench. Anyway, because of benching, I feel like after commitments in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
benching is the next order.
I don't talk this thing tire
Forget,
EJ big
let me tell
head.
you, benching, they save marriage when money no dey.
Are you
Bah.
sure? Are you sure?
Facts. Facts.
Are
Trust
you
me.
sure finances doesn't come
I did
first before
no, I'm
benching?
telling you, I am telling you. See, when you say I do, you have to go and if you don't know how to bench, go and learn how to bench.
Mary, you are more invested in money than in the relationship
I'm
itself.
telling you this thing. I'm telling you, because of benching, women have stayed in a relationship longer than they should have.
100,
Hmm.
150,
If you
papa.
don't want to believe inside, but you see, I'm a I keep telling. So the last time I came on the freeze live, there
I
was a
think,
little back and forth.
sir, you are
Unlock
repeating.
your camera, my darling.
Sorry, you are repeating what you just blamed or accused this lady of doing. And let me say
I'm
something.
teasing anybody.
You
I'm not
said
teasing anybody. Oh.
no, it's not an accusation. Like you just said, she shouldn't say 2K is small money, right?
Hmm.
I'm coming somewhere now, and I agreed with you, and I said everything is context, it's relative. Now you're
Mm-hmm.
making a statement that after wedding, na benching be the main thing. That
Hmm.
is also relative, because you cannot state that, okay, this is what should be of priority. And that was why I said, know what you want, what is your priority
And
in
go
a
for it.
partner,
Hold
and go
on.
for it, not
Hold
what
on.
the
I want to
public
tackle you
said
there,
should
Sarah.
be a priority.
I want to tackle you there.
DF, don't go for what the
Do you
public
know
will say is a
legally,
priority.
if you are not being
Uh-huh.
satisfied in your marriage, legally, it is a
Mm-hmm.
grounds for
No,
divorce?
not only legally that they freeze. Hold on, madam. Do
That
you know
is
that?
freeze. That
Hold on,
is
hold
The
on,
freeze.
madam. Hold on,
leguali
hold on, hold
self.
on, hold on. Listen, according to your vows, eh? Listen carefully.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. There is no, there is for better for worse in sickness and in health, a richer for poorer, right?
Uh-huh.
There is no
Uh-huh.
invention, no.
In
What
everything.
is
If
it?
we want to debate
There's no
this,
sex. No, 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 no,
if
no.
we
For
want
richer
to
and for
debate
poorer,
this,
you must be
we
there.
can go whichever way. The long and short of it is, know what appeals to you as a person. Know what is your priority in a partner as a person. Not what the public. The problem is, a lot of people will say, when you are picking a partner, this is what you should look out for. Have you asked yourself within you, what is really important to me in picking a life partner as a person, not what the general public would say this is what should be important, because everything is relative. The same way she said 2000 is not anything, the same way it's nothing to some people, and it's big money to some people as well. So what I'm trying to say is everything is relative, and I'm very conscious. Immediately I got the wind of that. I'm very conscious to make blanket statements to say
It's
benching should be. She made it clear that that is very important to her, for her, and I give her the kudos for stating it. I think I've seen a video where she was saying this is very important. She made it clear in
Yeah,
one of
she
her
said it in
videos.
a video that was
Yes,
important
which
to
is
her.
not a problem. I'm not going
wait
to say
now.
why is
Can I say
benching your
something to you?
priority,
Can I say something
but
to you
make
as
sure you
well?
are picking a partner that matches your energy with that too.
Madam,
The
you've been saying
priority.
match. You know, I need to address you. You've been saying matching energy, matching energy. There's nothing like matching energy in marriage. Things evolve. There are things that there's a day where
Things
some things will not be
things
somehow.
evolve.
Things keep on changing in marriage every day,
Of
every single
course,
day.
but you
So
cannot say things keep changing. And when you're picking your partner, excuse me, and this is no hard feelings here. When you're picking your partner, you look at some qualities before you picked her. Why didn't you just go by the roadside and say things involve? Hey, hi lady, let's go married. Let's go get married. We'll evolve. You still, and that's where I'm coming to. That's the context I'm coming from. Looking at some fish, of course, we might have 10 things we want in a partner. Let's say list of 10 things. We might find only 5 or 6 or 7.
This
But
is where
make
we
sure
would,
you're able to
this is
make
where
sure
we
you're
would
able to
never, this
prioritize.
is where we would never see, and it's a recurring experience, especially with some most
I am
women,
just making a
right?
point.
You
Just
have,
pin.
you know, let me just land now. Let me land. You will have checklists every time, and that is
No,
why in most. Let me finish. Let me
no,
finish.
don't you
Let
have
me finish.
checklists?
Hold on. Hold on. Hold
Don't
on.
you have checklists?
Hold
Did you
on.
not
No,
pick a partner for
no.
a
Listen.
reason?
Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. You keep having an idea of what perfect, or to some certain level, even if it's not perfect, the best of what it should be, and that is why there's always a
Oh
shortcoming, or
yeah,
that's why
then you're getting me
that's
out
why
of
that's
context. You're
no, let
getting me
me
out of
learn. I hear you
context.
perfectly. You are speaking English. I hear you perfectly, and I'm not saying you are wrong. Once again, there's
You're
nobody that is
getting me
wrong.
wrong.
It's
And
all
nobody
about.
expects a perfect person.
Do you know something? Do you know that as a man, that has not self-actualized, that knows his full potential, that I can get this thing. He sees somebody driving a Rolls Royce. He says, I know I can get it. I know I can live this beautiful life that I want. I know I can give this to my family, my wife, and my children. Do you know that sex automatically becomes chore to him? And problem. Sorry, benching. Do you know that it is hard when
Mm.
finances are not on check for a man, and he's in a committed relationship? Not that he's just knocking here or knocking here. He's in a committed relationship. It is very hard to
So
to
you
to to,
know
to
that is an
expect.
exceptional situation, not a normal. That's an exceptional situation that
So,
placed him in that condition.
so now,
A
DJ Big, and
temporary
you've actually
situation.
said the same thing I was asking you for. You just said when a man is not in the best position financially, he doesn't really worry about benching, right? So that means you've come back to where we were before, that finances it's in the order of needs. Finances might trump benching.
Exactly.
So you see,
That's
you're
what I'm
basically
saying.
supporting me,
So
but you're not
everything is
supporting me.
relative.
That's what I'm saying. So the thing about it is that I've seen a lot of women that I've seen a lot of cases, not just women. I've seen a lot of cases where the finance, because this finance is a common denominator in a
Mm-hmm.
lot of marriages. Not be everybody get money. Excuse me. Not be everybody get money. There are a lot of people that I've seen the potential. He's a hardworking guy. I see
Mm-hmm.
him
And you want
making
to
it,
work with them,
and you want to
yeah.
work with him, and what not. I must give her credit because she actually went into a muddy waters. I must give her credit. But at the end of the day, you said you will stick with this guy with that. That should never be an issue because
Yeah.
it is I do. It is I do. It's not I do where there's no money.
When it's
Not I
conditional.
do when it is conditional. Because if he was giving you $2,000 every month, we will not hear the story of finances. It will be packed to one side.
And if she did not want again, she should not have been collecting money. I don't agree with that one. If you don't want again, don't collect his $500, don't collect his $1,000.
No,
Let it
I
go.
just don't.
Cut
I just don't
game.
like. I'm very against. You see, maybe it's two different scenarios. I'm just very against people putting men that try financially, and this doesn't have to do with marriage, even in relationship, even in girlfriend, boyfriend. A man that is
Mm.
trying, a man that is trying. I try, I go work, I go collect this small fraction. He said he receives 500,000 naira. Do you know how much 500,000 naira is?
Hmm.
That's 200, 300, less than $400. So if he gives you
$400.
$200 out of 500, he's literally sharing his money half for you.
And
Can we look
that's
at the
what
fraction?
that's what
Can we look
Mayowa
at the
did not
fraction
want.
and not the total of the money? So a
Mm.
Yes.
man that will
And
give you $200 out of $500 means that he can give you $2,000 out of $5,000, and
And for
multiply
Mayowa,
it like
it
that.
was not what she wanted. What people are, it's just like when men are telling them, I'm not doing this relationship anymore. their ears are blocked. They don't hear anything. All they hear is we loved each other when we did this one, then we did that one 2 years ago. The man has come out to tell you indirectly, directly, I don't want this relationship again. Mayowa clearly wanted somebody who was pulling weight as much as she would pull weight, or both of them will pull weight at the same level and strength and might and get what they wanted. Because she said something about she wanted a bigger house. I did not want a bigger house. It's probably what my one was probably chasing goals. And
Bro. You want a bigger house? You move to Canada. You want a bigger house? I'm still probably staying in a 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom. How about us building for? So
she
your
probably
what
wanted
is?
them to build, but he was probably not, or rather, he was probably not running at the breakneck speed as she was running. That's the way I looked at when I read before even
Okay, is
this
that a
whole
good
thing
thing
came
though? Is
up.
that a good thing? Is that a reason for you to leave a marriage?
That's not a complete reason. However, in a situation where you speak with the person and say, look, hey, I want us to work this way. This is how I want, this is the life I want for ourselves. This is how I want us to work together so we can grow at this race, at this rate. This is what I want. Maybe that's, she probably let him know, like, I don't think you're pulling enough weight like I would like. This is how I want us to do things. If he was not responding to stimulus, she'll probably leave. She will. She will. It's just like if you're telling a woman now, I want to make love like this. I want to do this like I would like a woman that knows how to hustle and work and make money and do things. And the woman is just not getting it. Year one, year two, year three, she's not getting it. TJB, you will leave her and go and find who will
No,
be able
but
to respond to
the
you.
problem now is that I don't subscribe to that school of thoughts. They don't marry. They don't marry it. What you want? What you
That is
marrying? What you
that
marrying?
that is why I said everything is still going back to what I said. Know what are your preference. It's not about, and DJ was kind of saying I'm putting checklist. It's not about checklist. It's about you want something sustainable. We agreed.
Mm-hmm.
We can't know somebody 100%. Things happen. Of course, somebody can be up today and go down tomorrow. We know. But what are the character traits this person has? Have you made your point known to this person? Like, oh, this is my priority. Oh. For example, please, and I'm saying this with caution. Lady A, her
Why?
priority is, I'm saying it with caution. Lady A, her priority is, okay, we have two things we've talked about. Let me use that sense.
Please,
We have
Lady A,
benching
please.
and we have finances, benching and finances. To Lady A, benching might be more of priority to her than finances. To Lady B, finances can be more of priority than benching. Now, whatever is your priority is not even my problem, because I don't expect my priority to be yours and yours to be mine. But be true to yourself. Be true to yourself in your selection and in your sustaining what you have selected. Be true to yourself with saying, oh, okay, oh, this is what is
Yeah,
my
hello?
priority. When you are even dating the person or talking
Yeah,
to
but
the
they were
person,
insulting, and
like,
I don't
oh,
want
this is what
insults
I
in the
hope
comment
for.
section.
Now,
Yes,
as a
yes, yes, yes.
guy will not be saying, oh, this girl, what her
I don't
dreams
mind
are
if the
so
number is
high.
dropping. The
Oh,
number is still
can I
good. It's
sustain this?
573.
Or this is
I'm not
my
interested in the comment section.
non-negotiable.
They are distracting.
Or this is my
Make una
non-negotiable.
pay money, I go bring the
So
comment section back. I'm
everybody
enjoying the
has their
conversation.
non-negotiable. A man might say
Oh, yeah.
his non-negotiable is that you have to, for the major parts, not in
Mm-hmm.
exceptional situation,
Tom, they
for the
called
major
me to
parts
turn on the comment
satisfy
section.
me. So
Now, money
if
I
you
go use
want to
take
say,
turn them on because you distract the conversation. I'm sorry, guys. I turned off the comment
so
section because people were sending me messages that look, they are insulting them, blah blah. I don't want you to insult my
yeah,
guests. And the comment section does
yeah.
nothing for me. Nothing. It is the conversation that people are watching on other
Who said there is
platforms,
something? Who
not
are
the
they
comment
insulting
section.
free?
Yeah. So
Now all
so
of una
so
now.
DJ, do you get
Now
where I'm
normal thing.
So
coming
I
from?
just turned it
Do you
off
get my
because it's
my
useless.
perspective?
And I'll turn it back off in 5 minutes if I not see money for my account. I don't tell them. These people just like
Hmm.
free things.
I think last, it's their problem
So
and it's their business. It doesn't concern, to be honest, their problem does not concern me, does not concern any of them. They should do whatever they want. So someone is asking, is Mary single? I'm very married, please. Doesn't matter what they are doing or how they are doing it. I just wish them the best. I hope they can
that's what
Me,
I'm
settle
I
down
saying.
just came
safely.
in.
Yeah.
Me, I just came in when I had $2,000 small money. I say, ah. Hey, maybe I'm in the wrong profession. No.
It's not small money. It's not. I think I was more particular about the $100. Like when my friends said I should just come on like 100, I was like, wow, we have. I was like, wait, why is this conversation coming up? That was where my ear like sprung up. I was like, $100 something. So I was just like, anyway, I get why my wife is nauseated. I can get from that conversation, but like you said, it's different because
I can't get any
people
reason
are
why
doing.
Mayowa was nauseated over that.
I
That
I
don't
don't
get to.
know, but it's rubbed me off the
Yes, you
wrong
go get
way.
money for naira. Go call Aboki. Go change out to dollar. Consent. Hey, make sure you check the account number that is correct. Oh, don't go and say
Ah,
wrong. Wrong.
you
Says
confirm
not
all those
says.
things. You guys are missing the point. Like, if they were married and he sent her that money and he has a friend, I wouldn't want my own friends to be telling me, Mary, don't just remove like $100. I don't know, but the mindset just rubbed me off the wrong way. If my friend says that to me, I might be like, what kind of friend is this? I don't understand. Why are you telling me those type of things? I'm sending money to my spouse, and why are you telling me to remove $100? I don't know. I just found it to be a little bit weird. I wouldn't even want my own girlfriend telling me that just remove hundred
Maybe the
dollars.
man, maybe the boy is telling him to move $100 because he knows he never chop. Don't go kill yourself. Oh. Save $100 for Indomie. Oh.
see, let me tell you something here. What you just did was elitist mentality.
Wow, oh
It's
dear.
elitist. You
Absolutely, absolutely.
I
Highly
have
elitist.
I have
Hey,
$100. I I have $100 is easy money for me. It should be easy money for anybody else.
Mm.
Because somebody does
hmm.
not have $100 does not mean they are not good people.
That's why I asked whether you moved to Canada or you were born there. If you're born there, then I understand that. Okay, you don't understand the value of Nigerian naira, but
I understand the value, but I just feel like, for example, if I want to buy like a gift for my partner now, and maybe I wanted to buy a
Because your
particular
partner
gift.
is in Canada with you and the two of you are earning dollars, it doesn't mean that a partner that is in Nigeria, you can't. These are the kind of things that make people go and do ritual.
God
oh fraud.
forbid, I beg.
No, I'm telling you, I'm not joking. Jokes apart.
Uh-uh.
Ah, because this thing are small money. Almost
Ah,
$100 is small money.
then they will now
You
start looking at it
understand?
as if it's not money, and by all means they must do everything to get it.
They will do anything because if woman leave person because of $100, almost the guy go make sure say that thing never happens again ever.
I swear to God.
I
It
guess
will
it's
never
the
happen again.
entire factor, Sha. I totally get everything you guys said, but when I was just listening to you, I was like, what kind of conversation are we having here? Like, are we talking about the main issue? Or are we talking about something else completely? It just
And I
kind of rubbed
you
me
know
off
what
the
this is?
wrong
This
way.
is the kind of thing that should go through your head, and you'll be like, you not just $100. You're not supposed to come out for your mouth. You're like, it's not just
Eh,
$100. No, no, it's not just what's wrong with him. It's fine to think about it, but to now use it as a bench yard or a judging tool. Mm-mm.
Probably. But like I said to DF, I do
bench.
not
Let me tell
support.
you, bench is a better thing because everybody get prick, everybody get bola, everybody get quick. No be everybody get uh
Money.
what is it called? Money. That your megad will not get 200K for your account. If he
Yeah.
wire you, you go leave your husband.
Hmm. DF, I've told you this thing before. I was talking to somebody, and within 6 weeks, he was asking me for $1,000. Hey, it was not funny. Oh.
But
I
that
told him,
bench.
he would stupid bench. The way I discarded him,
Oh, you was
he was
asking for
like,
$1,000 for
he
what?
was like team trick. I said, what? The way I squeezed him and threw him
For
out of the
what?
way.
Asking for $1,000 for what? To invest or what?
I think he was traveling and his dad passed or something like that, and he was talking about giving him $1,000. I was like, huh? Hey, I just said it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Within 3 weeks, I fixed it. I chased him away because I'm like, I don't mess around like that. I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. What the
Mm.
hell? Anyway, but yeah, I wish him the best. It hurts me kind of that he was crying on the podcast because it takes a lot for somebody to come out, especially a man, to come out and cry. However, there were gaps in
Six,
the
seven,
relation, in
four,
the
eight, nine,
story
eight.
that made me know that this woman did not just get up one day and leave. She definitely gave you warning signals. The marriage
Nobody
definitely,
did Chris once. Some things happen.
yes,
Yes,
things
I agree with
happened.
you.
Like it broke down,
Yeah.
step by step by step. So, but yeah, I hope they can drop all their lawsuits and move on, and yeah.
I pray they find closure.
All right. Cynthia is here. Cynthia wants to talk. We have so many people lining up to talk
DF, let
after
me
your money.
drop down
Yes, now
here.
go.
After you don't go claim $100 now. You won't come
Yes.
on. No. You will face like 2 or 3 people before you go. I need at least why showing
Yeah.
us your body parts?
Body parts, Nibo. I'll show you my hand.
Is
Which
it not
kind
your
of
body part? Why is your mind dirty? Is your hand not a body part?
I beg God, free me all body parts.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
go
God,
ahead.
what do you
Go ahead.
do? So, okay, I don't know if you guys have already talked about this, but the angle from where me I'm coming in is the fact that if I was this Mayowa lady, I think I would just be silent
Mm,
100% because here is my angle. And Freeze, my angle is always different from other people's, right? So
Yeah.
someone who is down fears no fall,
yeah.
right? This guy is counting his losses from several years of investment, whether or not we look at the investment as tangible or not.
Mhm.
He invested based on his earning power. And I don't think anyone in the right senses should look down on that. He earned in Naira, he changed his money in Naira to send to dollars. We know um it's not how will I put it? Let me see if I can have the right. It doesn't make much it doesn't amount to much when you have to convert like naira to dollars, especially the amount that he mentioned, but he he's having to relieve all that sacrifices that he made. And from the clips that you posted, I saw the part where he mentioned, he said, when I was sending her money, I couldn't get myself a car. I only bought myself a car after I stopped sending her money. That's to tell you how much he's had to endure just to send her money. Now, when I talk about having something to lose, he's feeling that he's 48 years old. He doesn't have a child. He spent all that money, and there is no return of investment like he expected or anticipated, whatever that looked like. She, on the other hand, has gone to the United States. She has acquired her green card. She has purchased a home for herself even before the marriage, and now she's married. And so the stakes are higher for her. Now, you're watching your ex on social media, especially one that went viral, count his losses, and you see him cry. I personally do not think that when men cry, it indicates a sign of weakness. I actually find a man crying as sexy. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. Because for me, it just shows that he's vulnerable to express how he feels. So now she goes on social media, does one dance video, does one monologue about how the parameters around how she falls in love and all that good stuff. And then this man is expressing how he feels about the marriage, right? Then she hits him with a cease and desist. Freeze, let's just be honest. Who do you think will lose in this case?
Explain to me. What do you
Okay.
mean?
She has a lot to lose. And I'll tell you why. You see,
Hmm.
wait, hold on. I'm breaking it down. In the past, right? If you obtain your green card,
Hmm.
you just go and sleep. Matter of fact, the package that contains your green card, when it gets to you, the first thing you will see is welcome to the United States, which means that even if you've been living there for 1 million years, it's that time you got your green card that they're welcoming you to the United States, which means, do you
You
understand
don't
what I'm
do the
saying?
legalities.
Wait, hold on. And then in the past, before this current administration, if you have your green card, the only difference between you and a citizen is the fact that you are not legally allowed to vote while they can vote. You can't. That was the only major difference right? Between someone who has a green card and someone who doesn't, or well, compared to someone who has citizenship. Which is why a lot of people, when they had their green card, especially their permanent green card, did not proceed to get their passport because they felt like, well, if I'm not traveling, it's a waste of money, since the only advantage is I cannot vote. And most foreigners are not interested in politics over here. I mean, Africans, right? So now she has a green card. We're in a different administration. We are in an administration that says the fact that you have a green card does not mean that we cannot remove you. Freeze, are you listening?
I'm
Follow my
100% with
process.
you.
Please, is my
Yeah,
camera on?
it is, but
Yes,
we're not seeing you.
but
Okay.
your ceiling is showing.
I really chop about since now I cut off.
So okay.
Eba den wumije.
So now we are in this current administration that says to you, um, having your permanent residence in our country is not a right, even though it is. We all know it is. But they're telling you it's a privilege. And now they are on a drive to find people who have lawful permanent residence to remove from the system over the slightest offense. I'll tell you something. Let me digress for 2 seconds. The day that I went for my green card interview, right? It got to a point where the woman was asking me yes or no answers. And then I answered no to a question, which I didn't quite catch because my lawyer had already prepped me. She said, when it gets to that point, just say everything no. So I wasn't really paying attention. I was just excited that, because I'd waited 18 months to go for my interview. So it got to one point. She asked a question. Can't really remember what it was she asked. And then I said no. Happily, she looked at me. She squeezed her face and then she squinted. And then I was looking at her like, what did I do wrong? What did I say wrong? She said, okay, pay attention. I'm going to ask you again. I said, okay, fine. And then she asked me, have you ever committed any offense of any kind? So now I'm wondering, why did she squint? I know I haven't committed any offense, not even the slightest offense. Then she said, think carefully. I know I've never had any police case. Then I remembered that prior to my interview, 2 months prior, I was pulled over for busting a U-turn. Follow me now. And then the officer came up to me and told me what you did was illegal. And that was because I didn't stop where I was supposed to. Because, they have this white line when you get to the front of the red light. But I had gone past it, so I didn't see that there was no U-turn permitted. So what I did was I burst a U-turn, and then they pulled me over, gave me a ticket. I went to the courthouse, and because I was a first-time offender, I did a no-low. No-low means I'm not contesting it. And because I'm a first-time offender, as long as I paid my ticket, they will remove it from my driving record. So that way my insurance doesn't go up. So now when this woman squinted and was looking at me, she said, I want you to think properly. Any encounter at all with the law. Then I remembered that incident and I said, ma'am, can I ask you a question? She said, yes, please. I said, does having a ticketed offense count? Then she looked at me and said, do you have a ticketed offense? I said, yes, I burst a U-turn 2 months ago and I actually paid for it. Then she said, well, where's proof that you paid? I said, well, I didn't know that it will count against me today, but I have the receipt in the vehicle. Let me go downstairs real quickly and go get it. She said, no, you should have had it on you. I said, well, I didn't know it was going to be an issue, but I can go. It's just downstairs. Just give me 5 minutes. Then she said, you sure you paid? I said, yes, I paid. And she said, okay. Then she ticked something on my, she proceeded with an interview. Now, why did I give you this story? Right now, we find lawful permanent residents being removed from the United States over offenses that are not even a felony. Just because these people feel like it. And this is because they have pre-warned us that we are here is a privilege and not your legal right. Even though naturally by every standards and going by the book and the Constitution, once you're a legal permanent resident here, you're lawful. It says lawful permanent resident. So it's your legal right. But we have an administration right now that's telling you we can take it away anytime. So now let me bring you back to Mayowa and why I told you that my opinion is different. She, again, without having to go back to all her achievements so far compared to her ex-husbands, right? I don't know if she would, I don't know if there are any biases about the story he told us surrounding their marriage, right? So whether it's well, from what I heard, it wasn't legally conducted here in Nigeria, but they have a traditional thing which is recognized. So now let me tell you the implication Mayowa may be facing just because I have seen on different blogs, including Tunde Ednuts, where people are already tagging ICE and USCIS.
Ha!
Yes. Go onto the Ednot's page. Go and look through his comment section. There are people there tagging ICE, and there's more than, well, as at the last time I counted, it was more than 15 people who are tagged ICE. Now, when you do that, you get their attention because they're actually people who are paid to sit on their social media pages checking for things, information, tips. Now, people have tagged ICE. People have tagged USCIS. More than one person. You know, when you keep getting tags and you go through it and people are repeating the same thing, it will catch your attention. Now, fine, she's gotten her green card. She's married to her husband now. But here's what's going to happen. The fact that many people are tagging ICE and USCIS, they will open an inquiry. Because right now, the people who are considered
they will
illegal.
go and bring somebody from Ikwere. I'm joking.
I don't like you right now. No, they will open an inquiry. Like they would, please, someone help me. You know, like when you open an inquiry, they will investigate.
You just say inquiry in Nigeria, they say inquiry. The same thing.
Oh,
Inquiry,
no, it's
not Ikwere.
no,
Inquiry.
it's inquiry. It's inquiry. It's not inquiry, please. So now what's going to
That's what
happen
we know it as here.
No, it's okay, Nigerians, it's inquiry, it's not inquiry. So now they will begin to look closely to her green card journey. Now, remember that this dude's story has trended online, right? And because Nigeria is a populous country and we have the crowd, the reason why it trended and made that, like, the reason why it's everywhere is because people are interested in this case, right? So now he's traveled far and wide. So now they're going to watch his tales. Let me say tales now because I don't know that it's true or not. Now they will compare they will try as much as possible to extract certain what they consider information or maybe some half-truths or whatever, evidence, basically looking for evidence, right? So now they're going to compare the timeline that he gave against the timeline around how she started her green card processes. Remember that he said, I think someone said she got her green card under 1 year. So she was very lucky, right? So now, unless there is evidence, especially the pictorial evidence that her family returned the bride price that his family paid, right? Which marks the end of their marriage. They are both considered still legally married in Nigeria. So the fact that maybe around that timeline, she marries someone over there, especially after Robbie has already claimed RNG, he used those terms RNG, and I promise you, these people know what RNG means. They will go compare the timeline that he gave against the timeline around her starting either her process or acquiring the documents itself. They'll compare it. They will launch an inquiry.
Sorry, I just want to ask you a question.
Yes.
Who told you she doesn't have a passport?
I'm not, excuse me?
Who told you that she doesn't have an American passport?
I'm not saying that. Did you hear me mention anything about a passport? I'm talking about a green card right now.
That's what I'm saying. So she has a passport. What does all this mean if she has a passport?
I'm not sure she has one. No.
So regardless of whether she has a passport or not, now let me tell you the thing. In the past, right? In the past, you have to have done something so criminally impactful, like maybe drugs or a heavy felony, right? For the US government to begin to look into your naturalization process. But what I'm trying to tell you is that there's a new sheriff in town. Things have changed. So whether she's carrying a US passport right now or she's carrying a green card right now, they will launch an inquiry into her pathway. That's what I'm telling you. So regardless of what she has as her US document.
And they would revoke her blue pass, her American passport.
One time.
And that's been done, right?
I'm not saying it's been
Can they revoke American passports or
ask you a question? You don't need to get upset. I'm asking you a question. Has that been done?
No.
Has it been done before?
No. Oh, yes. Yes, before, yes. Google, check.
They've revoked people's American
What?
passport
Yes.
They can't
without
revoke.
okay.
Can they revoke citizenship? I don't think
Oh,
so,
well,
though.
look at these people. Where are you guys? Okay, well, okay, so let me just tell you something. I follow the news every day. I follow the news every day. I have alerts on my phone. I have information about what's happening to people, not just Nigerian citizens. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Passport,
So,
not green card. Passport.
yes. What is passport? Passport is your travel document. It's your citizenship. Let me tell you what's even more important is that certificate they give to you. Passport is just for you to travel. Your citizenship is that
The
certificate they give to
certificate.
you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
That's what I'm asking. Can they
yeah.
revoke after you have
Yeah,
gotten it?
they've been doing
Okay.
it. Don't you see him do it? He's been doing it for citizens of countries that are considered even more respected than and don't forget, this man doesn't even
Anyway,
regard us to begin with. So what
I
I'm saying, and the reason why
okay, go ahead.
I came in from this angle is because she has a lot to lose, especially if she knows that maybe there are some truths in what this guy has said. Because with all the tags that have gone out to USCIS, and then a lawyer now talking about representing him pro bono, of which he said he's already written to the US Embassy. Once you write to the US Embassy, they notify Homeland Security. That's it. They may not do it. She may, like, she will go about her business normally and not even know that something is happening. You see, the thing with the United States is they're not, if they're not holding you here by the shoulder, you'll be going around thinking that all is well. The same thing for criminals. The same thing for our boys here that they come and carry, people like Hush Puppy and his friends. The thing is, they've been on the radar the entire time. They have your name and everything, your profile on their walls. The thing is, they will not go for who they consider to be a small fish when there's a bigger fish to fry. So they will do their investigation. So when they call you in for questioning, they're just asking you questions for formality's sake. They already know and have
Who is
intel
it?
on you.
No, I don't need housekeeping. Thank you very much.
No, he's on the phone. Yeah,
Sorry.
so that's the thing. So my take is, if I know that, let's say I'm Mayowa, which I'm not, and I already know that this guy is okay. First off, I've seen his interview. I feel pain. Naturally, there are two sides to a story. So me saying this thing is just talking about, I'm comparing and contrasting someone who has a lot to lose compared to someone who doesn't have a lot to lose. So I'm only just saying that if I am her and I know that there are some truths around what he's saying, my natural instinct would be, let me be quiet. I don't need to fan the flames of, this whole whoopla that's already out there. I don't need to aggravate him more because people are already taking the thing, they've run with it. So now whatever comes of it, I promise you, it will not be in her favor. She's the one who has a lot to lose, because the thing with these people is the day they decided they're coming for you, it doesn't matter that you have a mortgage. It doesn't matter that you are adding to their GDP. They will pick, it's that moment where they pick you, they take you to a detention center and they start processing you for removal. So whatever it is you've done, oh, I have a mortgage on the first, oh, my child goes to this, they don't hear. They're like Nigerian soldiers. They hear go, they don't hear come.
Anyway,
So my point is, yeah,
can I
so
say something? Right?
yeah, sure.
I feel like that's a good angle to to look at it from. But you see, in this age of 2026, 2027, oh, I'm on
Mhm,
the same page with you when we that's how it used to be, especially in this social media. Or when they come for you, you don't say anything. You remain quiet, you remain quiet. But unfortunately, times have changed. We're in an era where they will judge you if you do not say
If you
anything.
don't say
If you
anything,
do
sure,
not, if you
sure,
allow something slide, it
sure,
will have
sure,
adverse effect on you.
He needs
So
to
there's no more
actually
being
counter
meek.
what he's
There's no more
saying.
being very humble. Oh, this person, because especially Nigerians, we run with what we want to see, and we're quick to move
sure,
on to the next topic before you try
sure.
and come and say, oh, it's not. This is not true. Later they say they've already believed what they want to believe. So as in a
Right.
hot like this,
Mhm,
you exonerate yourself,
mhm,
speak your own piece, and leave it for the because it's social media justice jury.
mhm,
Because now look at the flip side. All these things are happening. She might have maybe a business she's trying to pitch to somebody, or a job, or things that involve people, things that
And
involve
reputation, yeah.
perceptions.
mhm,
She might be in a perception-based industry. And
mhm,
it's so easy right now. There are different AI models that you just type the person's name, it brings out the aliases for the last 20 years. It will
mhm,
summarize the problem. Like right now, if you just type this lady's name, ordinary Meta will tell you the problem.
Will tell you
And
the problem.
and then
Yeah.
it might tilt towards Mr. Roby's side because she has no evidence to counter that. So we have to be careful when we balance these things. I feel everybody
So
should
can
say
I
their
ask you
own
a
piece
question though?
and
Can
move
I
on.
ask you a question? Can I ask you a
Go ahead.
question? Okay. So now I hear you, and I know how painful it is for someone to tell you to sit on your hands while someone else is smearing you or goes on a smear campaign. I know how painful it is. But at that point, the question I'm going to ask myself is at what cost is my silence coming to me?
Mhm.
So that's when I will have a trade-off conversation with myself.
Exactly.
Ask myself, what do I stand to lose?
Mhm.
If I lose a couple of deals here and there, right? I can clear my name over time, like legally. Like, for instance, she quickly did a cease and desist and slammed him with it, hoping he would stop talking. Do you think Robbie is going to stop talking? Because already there's a
Yeah,
lawyer
that's
who
what I'm
said,
saying now. So as she as
my
she
point is,
as
my point
she
is, my
she
point
has
is, mhm,
just come out to say what she wants to say. But I'm telling you that on your mark, set, go. Robbie's my friend. So this is not me taking another person's side. On your mark, set, go. When you say something on social media, especially things that are very emotional like that, you tend to win public sympathy.
agreed.
And the other person is automatically judged pending they bring evidence that can now divide the jury, the social media jury. That is why before now, everybody was against, oh, blah, 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 blah. As she's bringing small evidence now, people are now like, oh, wow, we didn't know this happened. We didn't know this happened. It is good to exonerate yourself because we're moving, what was obtainable 10 years ago or 15 years ago is no longer obtainable now. You can go back and somebody say, oh, he's a big person, that person is mature. Or maturity, no, they help anybody. You come for me, I will come for you. Equal measure, shaking together and running over. Because my name that I've built for so long, that I've been quiet. I've been in this industry how long? Somebody will not come and put dots on my name.
And
To
I
the
hear
best of
you.
my
I hear you.
capability, I will
I
try
hear
and
you.
exonerate myself.
I hear you. I
So
hear
she
everything that you're
she might
saying.
need to do that too.
I agree. I agree. I hear you, but I'm just saying that she fanned the flames when she first off. Okay, remember before she hit him, well, before she came up with the cease and desist, she already did a dance video. If let's say the first time we heard from her, and I'm not trying to prescribe how she could have handled things because it's her business, him, his business. But the thing is, she did a video, right? And people assumed that she was mocking him. She may not have, did that video to mock him, but
You
people
see
assumed that
when
she
we
was.
come in there, you see the thing about human beings is that if more people count 1 to 60 before they do something, they probably wouldn't do it. You see, there's the ego, there's the id, there's the ego, and there's the super ego in psychology. You see, what people, a lot of Nigerians, we act upon, not even Nigerians, a whole lot of people, we act upon the id, immediate gratification, things that want to counter quickly. So anything that happens, we want to argue, want to save ourselves. But that ego, if you remove it out of the way, you think more clearly. Right? At that point in time, she just thought, oh, they've spread my name. I must come level with it. You do a dance video. If she kept quiet and, you know, put her thoughts in order on paper and now, compartmentalize it, she might have come out looking better. Because right now, that dance was just to mock, oh, who know Dave? You automatically look silly by doing that. I'm sorry.
Right. And I agree. And that's why, and for me, if indeed Robbie has a very solid case of him saying something along the lines of, well, my family did not receive any bride price from her family, it means that the marriage still stands.
That's something
So,
that I want us to talk about.
That
Lawyers.
is even a felony in Nigeria, safe.
oh, okay, okay,
Even in this
okay,
country, safe. If you
It's
enter this
okay,
country, we
bigamy.
arrest you.
Yeah. If you're
What's a
married,
Uh-huh.
you
felony in
can't go and
Nigeria?
marry
Explain.
again.
You
okay.
can't go and
So
marry
Yeah,
that's
but
what
again.
I'm
what if she was
saying.
not married? What if she was not married in court? She was married only in the customary court.
It doesn't matter.
They
Or the only time
recognize.
where The only time when marriage under the act is where there's a conflict between the marriage under the act and customary law. Then marriage under the act takes precedence. But if you are married traditionally in Nigeria, you are married. It's recognized. You can get it. Like I said, you can get a certificate from your local government if you're married
See,
traditionally.
and I didn't even
So,
know this. I
but if
didn't
she
even know
has
this.
returned the bride price, she can go ahead. She's not committing the offense of bigamy. She's not doing any of that because
But
she
what if
has
he
returned
claims
the
that
bride
he
price.
has not gotten it? What if she says she has returned it
Say don't go to
There,
the
there'll
and
be
the
destination.
money will
Remember,
never
no,
get
there'll
back?
that's
be
why I said
evidence
evidence.
now.
That's why I
There'll
said
be
evidence.
evidence now. Yeah, maybe text
That's why I
evidence.
said
Oh, they have
evidence.
returned it to, or maybe they took pictures where
Daddy,
they
please, I
gathered
gotta go.
together.
It's been nice talking to you
All
guys.
right, bro. God
All
bless you,
Thank you.
right,
DJ.
good
It's nice
Yes,
night.
talking to
everyone. That
you.
was DJ Big N.
Bye,
Yeah, say
DJ.
you
All
release
right,
me.
there's
Let
so many
me.
people lined up
Say you
for
release
today.
me too.
No, no, no,
Eh?
no. Just a little bit longer. Vicky, are you here? Victoria Anyama. Sabio, do you want to come? I don't want to just bring anybody today. Today is a special
Fabio
day.
has been commenting in the comment section
Sabio, do you
that
want to come?
she'll definitely hear from USC. What do people call it in America?
USCIS. Yeah,
Yeah.
USCIS. So that's what I'm saying. That everything that he has said, right? They would check it against the timeline that he gave, and check it against the timeline that she got started either processing her documentation or the timeline around when she got her document. You see, we just are in sensitive times. We just have to like breathe and power through the next 2 years
But I
and be
agree
done.
with DJ Big End though. I think she should have, because like you said, she should have kept quiet. She has a lot to lose. However, there are some things
Not
that need to be
necessarily keep
addressed.
quiet. Not necessarily keep quiet. Maybe like do a video or like the proof she's providing now. If that was her first move,
Mm-hmm.
it will carry some more weight than coming out to
Mm-hmm.
do that video of the dance. Oh,
Yeah.
you want to show me love?
No, that was
It's
very
like,
childish. Yeah.
dude, now you're mocking a man. First off, by Nigerian standards, it's hard for you to see a grown man cry.
Yes,
And then
but how? No, no, no. We can't also diminish her pain because he came out to say, Baba, I said, will I kill myself?
But
And
what
that
pain if
once,
she's
and that
dancing?
twice.
What pain if she's dancing?
that was a mockery. She was mocking him.
Mary, you're talking about pain when the person who you are saying is pain was dancing. How do you defend that in court? The court is
Exactly.
not like us.
No, but I feel like if you were in her shoes, for example, and somebody comes out to actually talk about your benching experience when you guys were married, it's somehow, let's be honest. So
So let me
she
let me
has
tell
a
you,
right to react the way she's reacting because it's actually
and, and,
weird.
and I agree. But my question is, there's something that I have always. So there is one word during one interview that I saw Genevieve do, and this was over 15 years ago. Genevieve, in one of those rare interviews that she granted, let me tell you something she
Mm,
said. She said, "I do not wrestle with pigs." That's what she said. Someone was asking her to defend a stand. I can't remember what it was. But I see,
right.
you know how you hear something and it sticks with you and you carry it for life? The
Mhm.
person asked her to defend herself. She said, "No, I do not wrestle with pigs because when you wrestle with a pig, it will defeat you with experience and then you will be muddied all over." So why am I saying this is you already know that you have moved on from Nigeria and you're not one of those people who moved on from Nigeria and is currently struggling. You're doing good. You're in fintech, right? In the software space. You recently built your own home or bought her own home. She already has a green card. Everything is going well. Now you have an aggrieved party. An ex, he's crying, he's thinking. Now, Robbie went to the US Embassy and didn't get a visa. So that alone, I mean, if they both when they got married, started out life, and the plan was, okay, you go first, I'll join you later. And then somehow, years down the line, he's unable to join her, and he's now hoping on her to join him. It builds some kind of resentment. I don't care what you'll tell me. He's human. He will be asking himself questions around how is it that things worked out for her so far, and and I'm
And it
just
didn't
here.
work out for me.
And it didn't work out for him. It's just a normal, natural reaction. And so now he's counting several things like, I'm 48, I have no kid, I hoped on this woman, it did not work out. What I would do if I really wanted to debunk what he's saying is to say, okay, guys, this is what actually transpired. Here is my side of the story. But coming out to do a dance, you just got married. You are the one with the visa, the citizenship or green card, whatever she has right now. I don't think she has a green card. I don't think she has citizenship, but a green card, right? You are the
Mhm.
one who has higher stakes. So if you were to come side by side, Robbie, you have more to lose. That's what I'm saying. So at that point, I will ask myself, going head to head with this guy, at what cost is it to me?
To
Knowing
me,
knowing the climb
deep,
and the
deep,
environment
deep.
where I live.
I love it.
Do you understand? Because now she's gone head to head. Even if Robbie was just, he was just venting. What I saw in that interview was a man who was scorned and he was venting, right? But now she's picked up upon the points that he made a dance video, did a monologue or a reel about when she falls in love and disrespect and all of that good stuff. I'm not saying that Mayowa doesn't have valid points because there's always two sides to a story. I don't care what you say, but anytime a marriage breaks down, it's both parties' fault. One person is not entirely a saint and the other person a demon. It's entirely up to both of them. There are faults on both sides. However, one may weigh more than the other. So I'm not saying here that everything he said is right. I don't even have all the details because I didn't watch the interview. I saw the snippets and then started seeing people's comments
So I did
online.
interview in this Nigeria and you did not watch it, Cynthia.
So I will come to your page to come and watch that honest bunch thing. I'm sorry, but I tapped out of them after they did that. What's the name of that girl? That small girl that was talking about her customers. And after then, I just said, I beg this podcast,
No, but
But
I
I will always come to
joined
your.
after that now.
I know, but I come to your page to catch up. That's what I'm saying. I come to your page to catch up. And you see, if you notice, I've not really been joining online because there are some things I'm pursuing here. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm not.
By the way. Let me just sneak that in. Not like you're a good person.
I'm not trying. I'm not trying to minimize Mayowa's pain in any way at all because it's not just him who didn't have a child. Mayowa equally doesn't have a child. So you see what I'm saying? Like, so there are both parties that are pained, right? However, if I have to go fight an ex, I'll ask myself what cost fighting that ex will be to me, knowing that he's not where I am, knowing that I probably have achieved way more than he has. So if Maya, for instance, God forbid, is removed from the United States, she will have a hard time trying to reintegrate herself into Nigerian, um, economy or, just living in Nigeria socially.
Why? Why do you think so? Because she's well equipped. She has training. She's in tech, wherever. Now you can get a job from
It's not
anywhere.
always that easy. It's not always that easy. Over here, people
But
get
she will
stuff.
find no, because teacher, see, you're just do you know that this lady, I watched her interview as well a few years ago when she was talking about men, husbands, sleep with your wives. That was probably her husband she was sending that message to. Right? And he confirmed it. He confirmed it. And that's when they say love is not enough. Love is not enough. There were so many things. First of all, she slid into his DM, yeah, because I
Yeah,
feel
it
she's a
don't
lady
matter. It
that
doesn't
goes.
matter.
No, it doesn't matter. No, what I'm saying is she's a lady. I feel she's a lady, very confident lady that goes for what she wants, right? So she slid into his DM. She did the thing. But the issue with that again is if you start it, you have to continue it. And if you get to a stage, because you started it, to continue to carry a person, right? Because she also said so many other things in other videos that I've watched that I think there was a time she supported him in starting up a business and stuff like that. And the business didn't work out and she still continued. So those things, don't you think that at the end of the day, to keep, And I think I don't know. I also watched where she said that he is not ambitious as her, or something like that.
Thank you.
So she's been saying these things for a while. She's
And he
been
wasn't
saying,
listening.
yeah, she's been saying things. She's not saying it directly, but she's been saying it indirectly. She was also, I went and I just said, okay, why this? Her dance is her dance. Sometimes people grieve through
Through
dancing,
dance.
through
And she
laughing.
even said, never ever will I let somebody use me again.
Again. Did you hear that
Ehen.
word? Again.
She can,
Yes,
that's
so
what
she
she
said it
said. He
again.
even
So that
said it
means
by
she has
himself.
contributed and contributed. And one thing I know, one thing, in fact, these
So
days I
let
have
me
to be
ask you.
quick about
Like,
thinking
don't get
stupid.
up and just leave. Something, the
No,
marriage was breaking down.
no woman gets up and leaves a marriage. No woman, not even a
Unprovoked.
like. No, she must have been taking something and and talking. She must have been
So
talking and talking, but the guy is not listening. He's hearing. He's not listening. He's
yes,
not
I know. But what I'm
listening.
saying is this: I'm not. You remember, if you recall, the lady in pink. What's your name?
Love is not
Mary.
enough. Oh.
Mary.
Love is not
Mary.
enough.
Mary. Remember, about 5 minutes ago, I said both parties have something
But
to
you're
Yes,
answer.
making it seem
Asma,
as if
thank you. I'm here.
No,
why would
no,
Chidachi.
she,
no. I
if she
said
comes
no,
back to
no, no.
Nigeria, what makes you think she will not
It's
make it?
going
No,
I think
well.
she
I'm
will
just
check.
no.
trying to round up
No, I'm
She
my
can
saying
get a
when she
job
comes to
side.
anywhere. So she will make it.
Vicky,
If
Vicky,
God
I'm not
forbid
saying
anything
she's
happens
not
to
going to
her,
make it. Listen, I'm not saying she's not going to make it. I said, having been away for so long, reintegrating into Nigeria would not be an easy fit. Over here, you get your stuff by merit. In Nigeria, it's who you know. Let's not pretend we don't know how the system
yes,
works.
yes, and
That's what I mean.
fraudsters are getting away with doing nonsense on the internet. Talk less of that she even has a handwork, that she's even learned. People that are not learned, people that are thieves, pure daylight thieves, are still making ends meet. Talk less of her, that she has a skill. She has a skill.
The pathway is different. Plus, she may not even want to come back. I don't think she wants to come back. I'm
Any
just
which
saying.
way, she's okay. Cynthia, for the fact that is there. I don't want to say too much because I've not finished
No one is
the one I
saying,
said before.
no one
Let
is
her.
saying that she's not okay or she will not be okay. What I'm saying is,
She's very,
if
very
you have to
okay.
go, no, what I'm saying is, if you have, I'm not saying she's not going to be okay. I'm just saying, just like every other returnee, especially if she's removed. If you say to yourself today, I'm going back to Nigeria, you will go to Nigeria prepared. But if she is removed, she will not be coming back here prepared because they don't give you a
She
chance to go
will
back home
still
and go
make
lock up your
it. She
doors.
will still make it because she has not done
So
anything. The
hold
only
on.
thing I feel as a woman to woman that she would have done is she would have called him. Although she actually said she did, they had a meeting once or twice, and she said, "Let's see how it goes." Let's see how it goes is a no in any relationship. I will tell that to my children. My daughter, I will tell her, when you ask a man, what are we doing or where are we going? And he says, let's see how it goes. I beg, just take a walk. So she has said it so many times. Now she
Vicky,
would have like
Vicky, I think
made
you
it.
are being emotional. I think you're being emotional. I'm talking facts here.
It's
I'm
not,
talking
you're
about.
talking facts, but your facts are not her facts.
It doesn't have to be. I'm saying
No, your
that
facts are not
given.
her facts.
Listen, I didn't come here to argue. I'm just saying that. If, for instance, now because USCIS have been tagged multiple times by different people on various platforms, this is going to get their attention. Also, I did read a message in Tunde Ednot's chat where a lady said, mind you, that green card she has was given to her by her husband who got citizenship from me. It's right there in the comments.
Okay.
Go check
That's
it
a
out.
different thing.
So now,
That's not with her and
hold
Mayowa again. That one is now a different thing
on,
entirely.
hold on. Exactly. So hold on. So
Or
the thing
whatever.
is, I'm just saying that I don't know. Of course, people react to things differently, and I get that people have a right to react how they want to react. But if I know that I have this thing where an ex is coming for me, and I already know what's at stake, what I stand to lose in comparison to what he has to lose, I think I'll play it differently. I'm not saying that she's wrong. I'm not saying she's wrong. Hear me. Hear me when I say this. I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm only saying that coming out to do a dance video in the heat of him being very emotional to where he got trolled by the entire country about him being emotional was like adding salt to injury. So if his original intent was to come out and vent and leave it at venting, now she will make him want to draw blood just by mocking him with a dance.
No, men are
That's
not
what
like that. Men are not like women. He's not drawing blood. Men are not like women like that. He has vented, and I feel he has vented, and that is it. Any other thing is extra. He's not interested. The issue now
How do you
is
know?
he has, and he doesn't look like a bitter
so now you're
person.
going off of looks. He doesn't look like a bitter. Someone who said he paid me. If people are saying
Yes,
that I'm
yes.
acting pain, yes, I'm pained.
Listen, if that guy was bitter, you won't even see him on screen talking. Bitter people, they won't come here and be talking nonsense. They will go and do what they will do,
But
and
guess what
everything will
though?
just fall
But
apart.
guess what though? People are bitter on his behalf because people are already tagging
Yes, people are bitter.
USCIS.
Yes, the only thing he's going to deal with now is probably the guilt and the shame of being expressive, which I don't think it's good for a man to cry. You see those tears he cried? He has cried out all the anger, all the bitterness, all the shame, all the
How do
rejection.
you know?
Rejection, because he cried. Rejection is a very, very heavy thing. He cried, and those tears are not just decoration tears. They are, I just feel, and then there are women. I'm sure there are women in his DM right now begging, like, look, I have everything. Even abroad here, there are women that are like, I have everything, just come. I have enough, to make arrangements for your papers or whatever. There are women, in fact, that his tears, there are women that tears is going to attract, because at least that shows he has good emotions. He still has emotions. Yeah.
Vicky, a man comes out, right? While he's venting and talking about his experiences with his ex, he throws in something. We were all together in her arranged marriage. You tell me that's not someone who's bitter. Are you for real?
No, he's hurt. He's not bitter. He's hurt.
Exposing something that they both agreed to do.
He didn't say it to expose it. He just said it.
Oh, okay.
He didn't say it to
This
expose
one
it.
no enter.
He just said it, because I'm sure he didn't know that arranged marriage is illegal or is a criminal offense. I'm sure he didn't.
I don't think that you really, because you are in the UK where, you guys have it fairly good compared to us. When I tell you we're in a dungeon right now, believe me, take it to the bank
I
it,
know,
do
my man.
everything. I promise you, she has no idea what's coming to her. She has no idea.
But
People
what if they have better issues to deal with? What I'm just saying is,
hey,
I
let me
just
tell you.
see
Let me tell you, Vicky, do you know these people are giving bonuses? Like
to
they're
people.
head hunting. USCIS people, they are giving them sign-on bonus. And let me tell you the reason why they come off as unsympathetic when they hold somebody. Why, no matter what you say to these people, when you beg them and everything, the reason why it looks like they are beasts and they don't listen, they don't take sorry, is because for everybody you catch, there's a bonus coming to you.
Okay, so what if her new husband is actually a citizen?
He is, because the wife said in the comments that
No,
she
the
gave him
new
the
husband.
That's what I'm saying, that the ex-wife of the new husband put in the comments that the citizenship that he has, he got through me, and he used me to get a citizenship. So now the whole thing is snowballing. It's
Okay.
snowballing. That's what I'm telling you, that by the time USCIS is done investigating, she will find out now that it's no longer a conversation
No,
between
but
her and
wait.
Robbie.
But what if the other guy was actually married for real and it didn't work out? Not
Yes,
that he married.
I'm not saying that his marriage was not real. You still are not tracking. You're still not tracking.
Okay.
I am
Okay.
saying her
Mm.
ex-husband has
Mm-hmm.
levied out an accusation against him.
Yes.
Now, and he did it very emotionally that got people's attention to where now
Mm-hmm.
Nigerians are tagging the relevant authorities,
Okay.
right? So I'm saying it will get their attention to where she will be investigated. And now when they're investigating her, they're going to compare the timeline that he gave in his story, right? To
Mm-hmm.
what's happened to the situation and the timeline around when she applied for hers. The first thing they would do is to investigate whether or not she was formally divorced from her husband, whether it's
Oh,
legally
okay,
or
okay.
customary in
Wow.
Nigeria. That's what's going to put her in trouble. In the past, right? You can come in. So let me tell you what's happening now. The difference between then and now is that then, before this current administration we have, once you escape and get your green card or your citizenship, you're good. Now, whether or not you have your citizenship or your green card and there is anything levied against you, they will go back to go
Hmm.
investigate the pathway. So they will now then disqualify you based off of the information you provided. They will try to establish that you misled or misrepresented the information that you provided at the time. That's what's
Hmm.
happening right now. And we are seeing citizens being removed from here. Citizens that are not doing anything just because something little happened, they go and start investigating them. That's why I'm saying, again, I'm not saying that she did something wrong or she wasn't at liberty to express herself however way she deems fit. I'm only saying that compared to an ex in Nigeria who seemingly doesn't have much going for him compared to what she has going on, I would weigh the cost of going head to head with him. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she's wrong and he's right.
But she didn't go head to head. She just made a video, though.
Okay. Well,
No.
I
Okay.
think
Okay.
to
Okay. By law. Okay. Let's say we don't know these people, and you're supposed to defend her. She did a video where she was dancing. Did
right
she?
after
She
the
didn't mention
video went
anybody's
viral.
name. She didn't. She
For
didn't
real?
mention anybody.
Are you
No.
serious?
No. Yeah. She didn't mention anybody's name. You know, the law is. They say the law is an ass. Yeah. And sometimes your evidence doesn't prove anything. She made a video, and then in her on her page there are lots of videos like that. It's just that that video happened few days after and after and after, but she was dancing.
Exactly.
So if
Exactly. Yemkem. See, Yemkem. Yemkem is saying that a community is still traumatized over ICE in Minnesota. They are still traumatized despite the fact that people have been removed from top leadership. If you guys have an idea what is
yeah, we
happening here.
accept that. I'm not arguing that. I accept that, yes, that America is different. Yeah. Now it might happen and it might not happen. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, are they doing that based on? They are doing that based on what they've heard about the green card thing that the ex-husband said. That's what they're doing. That, yeah. So it it's talking about the video. For me, I don't think that has to do with anything. Yeah, because when a man comes out to say everything that's supposed to be between the two of you, she didn't do well. Oh, she did not do well at all. The only thing she did not do well is she could have expressed herself clearly. This marriage is not working. I'm
The
no
guy
longer
also said she was
interested.
collecting money from him.
And
Exactly.
telling him that the
So
money is not even enough.
that's misleading when you know you don't want a man. So you see that this is where I differ. I'm sorry, but ladies, there's no such thing as
No,
being
that's
smart.
true.
If you don't
I
want a
don't.
man, refuse his money. You are not being smart. This man, imagine someone giving you 500K from 200K. Yes, when we
No,
look at
200K
500K,
from.
hold on. When we look at Nigeria and look at 500K, it's nothing to me and you, Victoria. But I promise you, when you have to earn it in Nigeria, that is a lot of
Some
money.
people have
I
to
don't
work for
care.
4 months to get it.
Yes. Yes. And so somebody works, makes 500K and says, oh, my spouse Yes, when he changes the money and sends it, it's peanuts compared to what she probably works for. But at that point, it's not the fact that he sent 200K that should be the issue. It's the fact that he's providing from Nigeria. So
But
this
have
whole,
you thought
oh, how
about the
much is
fact that
200K?
there are deeper things that she's not even talking about that must have hurt her over the years? Yeah. And in her mind, she's just like, let me just be going. Let me just be going. This is an opportunity. Let me just be going and see if he will change. Have you thought about the fact that there could be deeper things that were in that, there were I mean, okay, fine. There's this incident, there's this part he said he chats men and women, but he chats. Okay, if you're married, why are you chatting up other people, knowing that this lady chatted you as well? So, and there's one thing they say in Igbo language, there's a parable that they say, "Ubumane ekweke we onye ọzọ wee maga ya azụ." So she knows how she got you, right? And then she's still there, and you're also doing the same thing with other people. So I just feel that she's been going through whatever she's going through, and she's not talking about it. And she just said, you know what? Let me just go to this place and chill. And he didn't change. It's very, very painful. I mean, I watched him break down. It's utterly, utterly painful. But I like the fact that he broke down. It is good that a man who says a man shouldn't cry. It's good he cried it out. It's good he broke down. Now, it's just that men like this, when they flip, I pity his next relationship, I swear. The girl go suffer tire. The guy go pay back.
Not necessarily. It's not everyone. It's not. I disagree with.
Ah,
Why some
no,
people take.
this mistake will not happen the second time. This mistake will not happen again. It
Why
will happen.
why will the mistake happen a second time to begin with? Like, who makes such mistake twice? Let's even
No,
start there.
because now a guy like him, when a woman says I love you, he's like, what are you loving? What are you loving? And she probably genuinely.
Ricky, where is your face? Where are you? Like, I'm just seeing a dark room.
Don't mind
No,
me.
but I'm
You
here because
want
I'm
to?
already
Wait,
in bed. You know what
wait.
time? I'm not in America. This is UK. This is almost midnight, or
Oh yeah. That's true. That's true. Sorry,
So
I just
yeah.
forgot.
So the guy is, any woman will enter in life now, the woman go suffer. She go pay back. Oh, this is what is called transferred aggression.
Not
Now,
necessarily. I've seen people who went through a nasty experience and they learned from it and they didn't punish the next person and they went on to live on well. Like he said, he's 48 years old. He doesn't have a child. So I think that on its own is him expressing regret. So I think his goal or purpose right now going forward is how to fix that, right? So I don't think being mean to women would get him a child. So I think at this point he's trying to pick up the pieces and see what he can do with his life moving forward, especially because the ex-wife in question, is now married to someone else. And of course he needs therapy. He needs therapy too. But my thing
and they
is,
don't believe, Nigerians, they don't believe in therapy. He believes in talking to his friends, and his friends are not going to be telling him the things that he needs to hear. But yes, he does need therapy. But there's underlying issue that even allowed it to get to this. I mean, honestly, the signs were there. I don't want to say too much because the signs were there from the beginning, from what he was saying. The signs were there. He
what
just
kind of thing?
overlooked it.
I
The
didn't
kind of
really
person,
think.
her personality. Her personality is not the humble, submissive, Her personality is a confident woman that this is what I want. And if you're not giving it to me, I'm out of here.
And that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, in Nigerian African standards, a woman should not know what she wants. You should align. A woman should align. How dare you be
So
ambitious?
you know what?
How dare you?
I do not agree with you because they were married, right? And then she left for the US. And according to him, they both agreed to her doing arranged marriage. So that's
Which
a
is
supportive partner. That right there is a supportive partner because a man can tell you, you know what, if you go, this marriage is over. Or I don't think I
that
like the
if she's the
idea.
one that just wants to go. She didn't just want to go. She needed his help at this point. She needed his support. This is a
Okay,
marriage.
and
This
he
is
supported her. So, okay.
yes.
So that tells you that he's a
And
supportive
along
partner.
the line, she fell out of. She said something. She said she's either in love or out of love. My point is, she's been dropping these hints. She's been dropping clue cards, and what's the guy not understanding? She's been dropping clue cards. Like it's either I'm in love with you or I'm not in love with you. I don't know how to stay in between. Men, you are not doing. She's been dropping it, right? And her shakara is, look, I don't have time for this. All this one people are talking. It's a pity that, like you said, she should have thought about the glass house before throwing stone. Yeah, because it's going to shatter her whole house. She should have thought about it and just
And
decided,
that's
you
my
know what?
point. So you see, now you're coming to my point because
Yes, she should have.
I couldn't care less about what happened
No,
in the
but
marriage. And it for me, and that's why when I came on, I said the angle I'm coming from is what she stands to lose, given how wide this thing has blown open. So I really don't care for the details of who's right or who's wrong. I careless. My thing is
yes,
when you're fighting an ex and you have a lot to lose and they have way less to lose because someone who's on the ground doesn't have anywhere to fall to. But if you're here, you're definitely going to hit the ground. That's why I'm saying that people now align with him, or let me say support him, because they saw him become emotional, and that sparked. And Nigeria is a very emotional country, so people are like, oh, a grown man is crying. They're not used to such things. And while some people were dissing him about crying, other people were sympathizing with him, which led some people to start tagging the authorities. So my own thing is what she stands to lose by what may be coming down the pipeline just because people are tagging the authorities. For me, I don't care whether she's right, he's wrong, whoever marries who, I don't care. My thing is you should approach it differently, knowing that you stand to lose something. Period. That's all me. I just came on here to say. All right,
All
let
right,
me
guys.
call up,
I
please.
think
Let
at
me
this
call up.
bombshell, we can say goodbye and good night. It's been an amazing day. Thank you to everyone who joined. None of you bought my money guns. It's a shame that I had almost 500 people watching on TikTok. Nobody bought my money guns. It's a shame that we had over 315 people watching on YouTube. No super chats, super stickers, and super likes. Very, very annoying. I'm not bringing anybody again. When I not buy my market, when I just stay here till midnight. Nothing where they sell where when they buy and I tell me say bring. Why don't you bring the person? Where are you to bring the person? Anybody you want to see now, bring the person. God bless you, Simba, for popping my money gun. Thank you,
Simba,
thank you, thank
just
you.
now that you said it.
Nobody is popping my money gun. Don't mind them. They just want free stuff. And
Simba,
I've
pop,
told
pop,
them,
pop the money gone.
Simba pop when I not get hand. Why am I even keeping on the comment section? First of all, let me lock that nonsense. I don't know. I know they get anything.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Is that Mayowa Lambe? Wow.
No. But again, Cynthia, like the baby is dancing.
This
Leave her to dance.
could this be the man?
I'm not against her dancing. I'm only saying as long as you don't dance your way back to Nigeria.
But why
We
are you
can't
talking like
hear
this? Is
you.
Nigeria a bad country? What's your problem? Is Nigeria a bad country?
They are not
Vicky,
popping my.
relocate.
I don't even want to
Vicky,
know.
relocate.
Like they are popping.
Relocate.
Is Nigeria a bad country?
Relocate.
I
You
don't know.
relocate.
I cannot manage. I can't manage in that country. No, I can't. I'm sorry. I
Exactly.
can't. I can't.
Exactly.
Hunger will kill me because first of all, my line of job, they don't need it. They rather go to church for therapy. They don't believe in psychology for therapy. And then the few psychology we have, the fake people have infiltrated the whole industry that you don't even know who is real. I can't. I just can't. I can't. Let me just stay here.
What to do? Don't buy super chat, super stickers, and super like through video.
YouTube, what y'all doing? Buy the super like, super stickers, super
They
chats,
want to
super
come back.
everything.
They want to come back and stay and talk and all that, but they are never ready to make it worth my while. It's just
TikTok, pop the money gun. All right, y'all, I have to fall out. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye,
All
guys.
right.
Bye.
Good night. Yeah.
Bye.